I want to recap our walk through First John together this week, because if there's any message that John is trying to make sure we wrap our minds around, it's that one. He first tells us that he is going to share with you things that he has seen and witnessed and experienced, that our faith is not a ideological construct, that it is real, that he lived with Jesus and he saw these things in action in the way that he lived. He saw Jesus advocate for the broken, redeem the lost, heal the sick, that they weren't just theological concepts. They were active and transformative and so profound that even as John is the last apostle living, he wants to make sure that the church that remains is rooted in them. And so he goes on to say that God loves you enough to shine a light into your life that will expose everything. But he does so not for the sake of condemnation, but so that as the light reveals that which is amiss, you can, through him and through his strength, get things in order the way he designed them so that you can experience the fullness of life that you're created for. And then he goes on to say that if we will do that, then we walk in fellowship with one another. God has created for us a community that we get to walk in as part of the body of believers to keep us moving, to make life richer and sweeter and fuller so that we don't have to go it alone, so that we can stand strong against the devil's attacks. And then he tells us, don't try to pretend that your sin isn't sin. Acknowledge it for what it is. Again, not for condemnation, but for freedom. Until I go to the doctor and admit to him my symptoms and my sickness, I can't get the treatment I need to get better. So it is with sin. Until I go to Jesus and confess to him what it is that has a hold on me, he is unable to intervene and break it for my freedom, even though he desperately wants to. So we take it and we confess. And then what do we experience when we do? We experience his forgiveness and his cleansing us of all unrighteousness, interposing his blood on our life so that we are completely redeemed and forgiven and restored to the relationship that we were created for. What kind of God would do this? Only a God who loves you more than you've ever been loved. And so my prayer is, as we walk through 2026, as we begin to let our faith become something not just that we think about or agree with, but something that enters into and infects our heart and changes the way that we live and move and interact with the world around us. My prayer is that you will experience freedom and joy and a sense of purpose and love that you never thought imaginable. Thanks for spending a few moments with me before the noise today. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Until then, remember, you are loved by God more than you could ever imagine.